Hey guys, episode 2 of my Friandise special, and today I'm going to show you how to make some beautiful choux pastries. First, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect choux. We're going to fill them with a whipped caramel cremeux and a Japanese wineberry compote. So, let's begin. First, the choux pastries. For a beautiful even bake and a crunchy layer on top, I add a craquelin. This dough disc will form around the batter while baking them. For that, mix 100 grams of flour with 100 grams of sugar and 80 grams of butter. Knead this till it's an even firm dough. Place the dough on a silicone sheet and place another sheet on top. Then roll it out till the dough is around 3 to 4 millimeters thin. The dough is very soft, especially when it becomes warm. That's why you need to roll it between 2 sheets. Now place it on a cutting board or on a tray and let it set in your fridge. After an hour or two, remove the top sheet and cut it with a round cutter. The trimmings you can reuse for your next choux pastries. Keep it in your fridge for later. Now for the choux batter. Mix 100 grams of water with 100 grams of milk, 5 grams of sugar, 5 grams of salt and 100 grams of butter. Heat this up till the butter is melted. I do this on a medium-high heat. Once it's melted, add 120 grams of flour and directly start mixing to prevent lumps from forming. Then while stirring, cook the batter for 3 to 4 minutes on a medium heat. We do this to give the dough more strength and remove the floury taste. Once it starts to shine, you know it's done. Then take the pan off the heat and let it cool down for 5 minutes. After that, mix in 200 grams of egg. Do this egg by egg and mix it every time to ensure it's well incorporated. Then transfer it into a piping bag that's fitted with a round nozzle and pipe small dots on a silicone sheet. At the end of each dot, I give the bag a little swirl to prevent the tip from forming. When baking with a craquelin, this doesn't really matter, but if you bake it without, this will give a beautiful round choux without a burnt tip on top. Now place a disc on every choux. Don't take them out of the fridge all at once, because they turn soft quite fast. Then bake them at 190 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Absolutely don't open the oven in between, then they will collapse. Now after the 30 minutes, I always leave them in the oven with the door slightly open for another 10 minutes. This will ensure all the moisture has evaporated. Now for the Japanese wineberry compote. Transfer 200 grams of Japanese wineberries into a pan and also add 20 grams of muscovado sugar. Rinse to a simmer on a low heat while it's covered with a lid. When it's simmering, place a gram of cardamom into a tea sieve and add it to the pan. Now let the compote reduce on a low heat while letting the cardamom infuse with the berries. When you're happy with the thickness, let it cool down in your fridge. Once cold, remove the cardamom and give it a final mix. Then transfer it into a piping bag and keep it in your fridge for later. Now for the whipped cardamom cremeux. First soak 6 grams of gelatin in cold water. Then mix 140 grams of sugar with 50 grams of water and caramelize this on a medium-high heat. The darker the caramel, the more intense the flavor will be. I prefer quite a dark caramel. Now turn down the heat and while stirring add 500 grams of cream. Then also add an empty vanilla pot and with the heat off let it marinate for at least 30 minutes. After that transfer 100 grams of egg yolk into a bowl and while stirring add the caramel liquid. Pour it back into the pan and cook the cremeux till it's 85 degrees Celsius. At this temperature the yolks will thicken the cremeux without splitting. Then pass it through a fine sieve into a bowl and add the soaked gelatin with a gram of flaky salt. Blend this till smooth. This takes around 30 seconds. Now cover it and let it set in your fridge for at least 6 hours. I always leave it overnight. The next day you can transfer it into a mixing bowl and whip it up for around 3 minutes. You'll end up with a lovely airy and rich cremeux. Now we can start to finish the choux pastries. First cut the top off with a serrated knife. Then fill the bottom of all the pastries with some of the whipped cremeux and pipe the Japanese wineberry compote on top. Now add another layer of the cremeux, but this time pipe it in a circle. Fill it with the compote and then add 3 fresh Japanese wineberries. Now for a lovely fresh note, I also added some purple oxalis leaves, but of course this is optional. Then they're ready to be served. Okay guys, that's it for today. Really enjoyed making this one and I think the result says it all because it looks incredible. You still have the lovely choux, it still has the crispy texture, the compote in the middle and the whipped cremeux. And I mean, let's cut one open. And there you'll see, because it looks incredible. Talk about perfection. So, let's dig in. So good, guys. Lovely flavor from the cremeux. Really nice caramel with the Japanese wineberries. And I mean, I eat them every season and it's so good. Not many people know about them, but honestly, everyone should, because it is very delicious. Okay guys, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any other of the Friandise specials. And then I hope to see you next time. And as always, bon appétit.